In this video, we will showcase biomedical engineering technologies for monitoring blood glucose levels. For individuals with diabetes, it is important to be able to monitor their blood glucose levels. Levels that are too high and levels that are too low have implications for their immediate and long-term health. Therefore, glucose monitors were developed to allow individuals to test their glucose levels at home. To use a glucose meter, users will first extract a drop of blood from a finger with a lancet or a needle and place it onto a test strip, which is inserted into a glucose meter. From the test strip, a glucose meter can analyze the sample and calculate the amount of glucose in the blood sample, and then display the results on a screen. Glucose meter test strips may seem small in size, but they are packing quite a bit of amazing technology. There are multiple layers and functions to each test strip, all for the purpose of managing the blood sample. First, there is a capillary layer that draws in the blood via capillary forces. Next, in the sample containment chamber, an enzyme is able to strip electrons from glucose molecules and then pass it on to a mediator that then transfers the electron to the test strip's built-in electrically conducting circuit. The electrons travel on the circuit to the glucose meter, which is then able to measure the electron flow and calculate the blood glucose level. Here, you can see the schematic for the electrical circuit within a test strip. It consists of a reference electrode, a working electrode, and a counter electrode. Diabetic patients are expected to check their blood glucose levels multiple times a day, which can be time-consuming and painful. Think of all the finger pricks and blood draws. That's why biomedical engineers came out with the continuous glucose meter. This device uses a sensor and transmitter that communicates with a handheld receiver or insulin pump to take interval measurements throughout the day to allow for non-stop continuous measurement and insulin injection. The sensor is a very thin wire or filament inserted with the aid of a needle under the skin. It can be placed on the abdomen, the back of an arm, or wherever the manufacturer recommends, and held in place with a Band-Aid-like sticky strip. The transmitter acts as the middleman between the sensor and the receiver, which is attached to the top of the area where the sensor was inserted, and wirelessly transmits information through radio waves. The receiver receives and displays the information from the sensor. It can show past readings and send warnings if the levels are either depressed or elevated above normal. Some of the newer devices are Bluetooth enabled, so they can send readings right to a smartphone. In the next video, you will take some glucose readings of your own. Don't worry, you won't need to use any of your own blood.